So, if you've been in this beard community, because that's kind of what we have going on here, and there's a few other channels such as like Beard Tubes, Drew's Obsessions, Scott Barnes, and you've also got like Beard Brand, and people like that making a bunch of decent content around beards. And I mean, if you've lived in and around this community for any amount of time, you've probably heard of a yeard. And I'm currently undertaking a yeard, and apart from in a couple of videos earlier on, I kind of explained what a yeard was, but I suddenly thought there might be a bunch of people out there that have absolutely no idea what a yeard is. So let's talk about what a yeard is and how you can actually take part in it. Some good whiskey tonight. Oh, that's hitting the spot, alright. That's hitting the spot. So the concept of a yeard is really simple. It simply means that you grow out your beard for one whole year. So you kind of see where the word yeard comes from. It's beard and year equals yeard. It's just a play on words. It's pretty cool. Now, for me, the most interesting part of a yeard is actually how people define their own yeards. And I kind of pull it into 3 different camps. You've got the purist, which isn't me by any stretch. Then you've got like the hardcore, which is kind of like what I'm doing. And then you've got just the amateur, the person taking part just for some fun. So we're going to start off with what the purists would define a yeard as. And many of you probably would define a yeard exactly like this, and it simply is that you would grow your beard for an entire year without any trimming, shaving, whatever you want to call it, whatsoever. So it means you don't touch the cheeks, you don't touch the sideburns, neckline, nothing around here whatsoever. You do not tidy that beard up whatsoever. So the hardcore or average or normal, whatever we want to call this type of yeard, is one where you are allowed to trim certain parts of your beard. And for me, as long as you define what your yeard is going to look like, then it's a yeard. And for me personally, it was that I could maintain the cheek line and keep the hair, you know, from taking over my eyeballs, because that would happen. And I also blend in the sideburns because I get like a fade or skin fade haircut depending on how I'm feeling. And I need to make sure those sideburns actually blend in, otherwise they just puff out and you look a bit stupid. And so the kind of amateur beginner yeard is what I did it over the last 12 months. I decided to grow a beard out for about a year. I didn't really set myself any targets. I just thought, oh, I'll grow a longer beard out, and I could trim it sort of every month or every couple of months, depending on how I felt. And depending on how wispy the beard was, because it did get wispy. And that's a really good entry point. Like if you've never grown like a long beard out before, you probably kind of feel a little bit intimidated by trying to grow out a massive beard without shaving or trimming any part of it whatsoever. You might have like a very professional role, like I work in a commercial world, so you kind of expected to have a decent appearance to some extent. So let me know in the comments if you are currently undertaking a yeard, or if you have done in the past, and how it went and what type of yeard you actually did. It's been awesome having you guys here again. Thanks for your time and attention. We'll see you very soon. Goodbye.